welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Friday the 19th, is it? Yeah, Friday. This is for Friday the 19th of December 2025, for the last few remaining days of 2025. It is raining quite heavily. I think I don't even want to touch her because otherwise I'll disturb her. I've got Diablo here on the window, who is, I don't know if she's meditating or it's just her cat Prozac has kicked in. She's like that. Probably just glad she's not out there. Looks like the Blue Peter garden, doesn't it? Wetter than an otter's pocket. So today we are going to use, oh hello, pen just dropped off the window ledge. What are we using? Where is it? Who am I? Winter Pastures Tarot. Because I don't have a rainy tarot. If I had like a tarot, there must be one. If anyone knows one, let me know in the comments. There must be like the tarot of rain with just loads of, it'd be amazing. You could have like umbrellas, you know, you could have people camped out in shop doorways, soaking wet dogs shaking. Many ideas, many ideas. Many are called, but few are chosen. Right. Oh. She is quite stoned. She's like, what do we need to know? Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. What do you need to know, Diablo, my little love? What do you need to know? Ooh, I've just done a reading and that card came up twice in that reading too. Different deck though. Must be the day for it. Okay, overall energy. Oh, yes. Chicka, Queen of Wands. So I'm going to say this is the energy where being headstrong and knowing what you want could do you an awful lot of good. Okay, this is a queen who knows herself. She knows what she wants. She can be a little bit of a diva, but sometimes diva energy is super positive. It's like, yes. So we've got the Diva Queen, and I just can't help feeling that we need that ourselves. So whether it's like you're in a job interview and you're going to take it to that next level, or whether it's, you know, that somebody has been pushing your buttons and you've been, probably for you empaths in particular, you've been absorbing the energy. It's like, do you know what? Smell you later. I don't think I want to know about that anymore. Or whatever your version of that is. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to be combative, but it just means you're not accepting it. You know, the shutter is down. Like, no thank you. No thank you for passive aggression, or no thank you for the call centre, or whatever it is. Then we have the most lovely King of Pentacles. I love this, and it's very nice to see him, even in all his frostiness. King of Pentacles is can be a reliable source of income. So some of you may be, you know, even though it's not really the right time for it, perhaps, or maybe it is, you're getting feisty about what you deserve financially, you know, and naming your price. You could be haggling for something. You could be talking about a pay rise. You could be negotiating a new job. You could be, I mean, it could just be, you know, money that you gave someone that you lent them, or whatever it is. It can also represent the bank manager card. So it can be that you've got money coming to you, that someone recognizes your worth and that they're able to help you with that. I like that. It's just a decent card to get. It can also be in relationships that somebody shows up for you and is generous, not necessarily financially, but sometimes financially, but also for some of you, I think you're going to find, especially if you've been deferring to somebody, that when you stand up and take your place, or when you, in inverted commas, stand up to them, they suddenly become a lot more available or generous than they were before, when you were perhaps chasing them or persuading them, or apologising or excusing or whitewashing or whatever you were doing, okay? we've got the Seven of Swords, which kind of does talk about there being a little bit of jiggery-pokery behind the scenes, but it can also, and I think this is always very important with the Seven of Swords, it can also indicate that it's not always a fair fight, okay? That you and whoever else this is, which could be an institution, a person, a friend, a foe, whatever, all things are not equal. It is not a fair fight. Therefore, you don't necessarily, and I'm not saying do anything illegal, you don't have to always toe the line and be nice. It really comes across to me that that isn't necessary, that you kind of go into a different gear, which for some of you is a place that you may reach when you're at the end of your line, but this is doing it before you get to the end of your line. So it's not like a kickback as a last resort. It's, yeah, and that really is indicated actually when I look at that card. It's justice. Justice coming up. It's a karmic reset. It's the truth, which is always what the sword is in justice. It's speaking your truth and it's demanding your truth. And you also have the Ace of Swords right there in the middle, which is the same thing. It's like, stop horsing around, okay? This is what I think. You tell me what you think, or you can jog on, okay? I like this very much. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is of course the card where you think, right, okay, now what am I going to do next? What's next on the agenda for me? And I like this because it's a card of fire, it's a card of choices, it's a card of discovery, and it's a card of empowerment. Because when you get to the Two of Wands, it's like the Ace of Wands has divided, and you're like, I put my stakes in the ground, I'm looking out, you know, over the horizon, and I got choices, you know, and it can also be feeding into this conversation, you know, I've got options. And sometimes when you don't have options, you can behave like you do have options. A bit like in the job and interview sense, you know, when you have an air about you as someone who has options, it works in dating, it works in jobs, it just works in life. And it's one of those things that's a little bit annoying, because when you're very needy and you really need something, it's probably often the last time you're going to get it, which I find really annoying. I do. I think in terms of spiritual growth, why did it have to be that? But it is, okay? So for those of you that feel like you don't have options, you may just have to fake it till you make it. And I'm just looking for an oracle deck on the table, which I should be able to find easily, because it's a table, and how many things can there be on a table? But I can't find that one, so I'm going to find this one. And what might be in the background, we're using the Shadow Fates Oracle. What might be in the background? Oh, no wonder you wanted to sit on this, as the actress said to the bishop. Tornado. Well, I never. Okay. So it says here, chaos, upheaval, destruction, and the winds of change. Sometimes, and very often, and sometimes it is the case. And of course, your timing is your timing, so only you can know that. Sometimes it's the case where you just think, I'm not up to the job, I'm just gonna, you know, shove this under the rug and let tomorrow's Gemma deal with it. Or insert your own name for that, obviously. But other times, especially when you've got justice coming up, and I don't know when the next, honestly, I don't know where my moon diary is, so we're just busking it in terms of full moons, but whenever the next full moon is, it may come up then, that you feel you can't keep that in the tin. It's like the lid's going to blow on it, therefore I would rather be in control of my reactions than reacting to it. Okay, it's about getting ahead of it. Exciting times, everybody. Leave me a comment and we will see each other tomorrow. Namaste.